It's approaching the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Seems like it's been a little while since I provided commentary in one of my videos. This week's been crazy, but I'll talk about that here in a second. But let's go ahead and get started with this hybrid Saiyans stage within the new Super Battle Road stages that got added, I guess yesterday. But I've been clearing little by little, just kind of getting through it, spending some time on it. Given today's been pretty hectic for me, so unfortunately I only had time for play a little bit. So hopefully this evening I'll be chilling out and spending some more time on potentially clearing more stages. Now I do see some struggle for the Shadow Dragons and Majin Buu Saga category stages, since I don't have the category leads for that, and it's probably going to be very, very difficult without the category leads for those two stages. Now with the Fusions category stage, I might be able to clear it because I do have the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but obviously having the LR Gogeta is going to make a hell of a difference. Unfortunately it's going to be a handicap applied on that one, but maybe I'll be able to beat it. For the extreme type stage, I should be good on that one. I've got a pretty solid team in mind and haven't really tested it yet, so hopefully I'll be doing that in over the course of the next, 24-48 hours. But I'm really just looking to get one copy of that LR Goku as a reward for now. After I get the first copy, I'm probably gonna take things a little bit slower and take my time with it. Okay, so this is, like I said, the Hybrid Saiyans stage, and you do see the lineup that I did bring. I did include the Honey Pan unit. She is at 100% potential. The only reason I brought her is for the 50% damage reduction, and also the ability to recover 30% of damage applied toward HP. So for me personally, it helps out in terms of recovering little HP over time. I gave her level 20 for criticals, so just to make sure that she's able to maximize that 30% each time she supers. So that's pretty much how she's set up. LR Trunks does not have any dupes, neither does the LR Goten Trunks. My Ultimate Gohan doesn't have any dupes either, and let's see, I'm thinking of the other units that are on here. LR Future Trunks is at 100% potential, since he was a free-to-play unit. The super physical type Super Saiyan Gotenks is also at 100%, and he's got the ability to steal SA, so it kind of does come in handy here, as well as his ability to hit pretty decent. On a typical stage, like, he's able to output close to 1 million. Now this is Super Battle Road, so he doesn't hit quite to that level, but he's a pretty decent unit still. I did borrow a friend's Gohan unit that is at 100% potential, and I believe he had his critical levels at 20, so maximize that, and then level 6 toward additional attack. So yeah, I mean, a lot of these units are not a whole lot of work's been done on the potential system. Pretty much like the free dupe path levels have been increased, like plus 2,000 for HP, attack, and defense. But besides that, I mean, a lot of these units on here, they really don't have that much work done. Even the LR Goten Trunks, their SA level is actually at 13. I'm like taking my time with the SA. I'm like holding off on using the Grand Kais for now. Just kind of collecting the Sleeping Kai cards to get that 30%. Whenever I get them, I just apply it toward them. So slowly getting their SA up. So again, not much, like I said, not much work has been done, except for LR Future Trunks, the Super Saiyan Gotenks, and then the Honey Pan unit. So pretty basic overall, but yeah, I mean, it really does come down to RNG when it comes to this type of stage. It really does. I mean, you know, on one battle you're doing extremely well and getting very lucky, and then the next battle you're just getting absolutely thrashed on and KO'd immediately. I mean, things like that happen, you know what I'm saying? So not only is having decent units important, but a lot of it does come down to luck. So and the other thing is, I make a lot of mistakes on these. When you're going through this, I mean, obviously I try to minimize them, but I do slip up and I'm like, damn it, I don't have enough to get a super attack with that guy or some shit. And I'll pick orbs and realize that it wasn't enough to get a super attack. You know what I mean? Like, mistakes like that happen, but that's what makes it fun, is the fact that, you know, it's a fast-paced, I wouldn't say high adrenaline, but it's definitely a lot more at stake than your typical Dokkan event, you know what I mean? So it makes it fun for sure. So luckily, you know, I'm not wasting the Dokkan mode against this, you know, otherwise it would have completely been a waste. So there were times where I've had to like hold off on getting an SA and just do a regular attack to where they would KO the unit. That way it'll be safe for the next battle. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things like that do happen. So, you know, it's definitely fast-paced, and like I said, mistakes do happen. So for this one, just want the Friends 100% version of Ultimate Gohan to be able to super with the Dokkan mode. Just went ahead and used the Ghost Usher because, you know, I didn't want to recover HP, use an item to recover HP. You might as well, you know, get the Dokkan mode active, and then the HP will recover after that anyway. So no point in wasting items on that. In terms of, you know, the Android 8 or the Snake Princess, I mean, that's you're talking about, not only is it a HP recovery, but it also reduces damage by a certain percentage. So it's not really worthwhile to do that at this point. How is everybody doing so far? I haven't really had a chance, like I said, to provide commentary, so you know, I haven't really asked or not, but yeah, how are you guys doing with it? I mean, I say this every time regarding Super Battle Road, but it really is unfair for the you know, free-to-play format. It's a severe handicap and disadvantage for that. So for those that are free to play and are struggling with these new stages, or even the previous Battle Road stages, you know, I feel for you. I mean, it's completely unfair, and you know, wish they had, like, maybe, I would, you know, I don't know, like separate versions maybe for like the pay-to-play ridiculously hard events like this, and then like a free-to-play version where it's, you know, I don't know, like maybe the same reward, like same like, you know, LR Goku or LR Kid Gohan unit, but you know, unless you're able to clear the highest level ones, you're not able to get the last remaining dupe, you know what I'm saying? Like, but make it easy enough for free-to-play type people to be able to get at least like I would say 3 dupes would be good, right? Like that way you can unlock the top left and bottom right paths. I mean, you're pretty much good to go by unlocking those paths. So I don't know, maybe they'll do some revisions later down the road, but for the time being, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, you also need the category leads for it. Without it, there are certain ways to bypass it, but some of them are pretty much, you know, virtually impossible to clear without the category leads. So definitely makes things a little bit difficult. Not a little bit, a lot difficult, actually. I do like the LR Future Trunks, and he does, you know, link up very well with the LR Trunks, but the biggest advantage of this guy in Battle Road is the secondary passive, where his, you know, what was it, attack and defense will increase by a large margin. So like this is like the best format for this guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the place where you're gonna be able to see the maximum potential in a way. So yeah, it's basically when facing 2 or more enemies, attack and defense will increase by 20,000. So that is a pretty big boost. Also, in addition to that, it's going to increase ki by 8. So pretty much, it's going to be very easy to get the ultra attack, and that's why you're seeing it so frequently within this video, because most of the time you're battling more than 2 enemies. So I do want to say, looking back on it in hindsight, this Nappa unit was a real bastard for me. I mean, he was really being a prick about it. Like, just die already, you know what I'm saying? Like, but there's always those certain units that just aggravate the hell out of you. And unfortunately, my Ultimate Gohan has no dupes, so you're looking at level 5 in the criticals, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, definitely made a mistake there, and Nappa ended up supering for about 210,000 in damage. So yeah, I mean, pretty much like a quarter of HP maybe. So yeah, things definitely get a little bit hairy with this, and when you make, luckily for me, I made mistakes, but I was able to recover. But there have been times where I would make mistakes, and I would have it would have catastrophic consequences. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, like I keep saying, it all comes down to RNG and luck. I mean, simply put, yeah, I mean, having good units will certainly make life easier, but that's not even good enough. Like, it's a lot of it does have to do with RNG and how lucky you get with the rotations, or where and when they super, and whatever, you know what I'm saying? So playing these stages definitely make me realize, how certain units I would love to, max out and pick up some dupes for, because they display how important they are in these types of scenarios. Given, like, I don't know. Here's my take on this, and I want to be 100% honest about it. These, Super Battle Road type of events is really, just flat out a way to for people to invest more into units, to basically upgrade their deck to make it better in order to be able to clear these events. Like, honestly, I was saving a ton of Elder Kais and Grand Kais, and I had dupes sitting around, didn't invest or anything, just kind of kept them sitting there. And it makes you think, it's like, do I really have to invest into these potential systems and level up their SA and all that to be able to clear these events? I mean, like I said, there are 2 events that I am concerned with where I don't have the category leads, so it's like, what do? Do I go back to the banner and pull more, or I am going to obviously try and figure out an alternative method without the category lead for the Majin Buu and Shadow Dragon Saga categories, but it's going to be pretty difficult. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll see what happens. When I start testing it out, but it's just a way for players to have to dig in a little bit deeper, I guess. This Broly definitely took a little time to get the HP down too, and I was starting to run low on items a little bit, so I had a little bit of concern, but for the most part, these guys defended fairly well. But the concern really came where just trying to figure out when and where Broly would super, or even Paragas, you know what I'm saying? So with these events, when they super, it hurts. Like, it hurts like hell. So just have to be wary about that. So about 180,000 in damage taken there. Not too bad. Still looks like 251,000 in HP left over. So, and these guys can defend very well. And in this setup, I was debating whether to put Goten at the last slot, but I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the Honey Pan unit. She does have type advantage, and she can, reduce damage taken by 50%, and then she'll be able to recover HP with her attack anyway. So I was like, she'll be all right. So you saw that Gohan was taking about, on average, about 10,000 from a normal attack from either Broly or Paragas. And, you see here, like, she's taking very little. So, for me, it was beneficial to include her. Now, some people may argue and say, I'm pretty much wasting a slot that I could have included someone else. But for me, I enjoyed the stability by having her. The consistent HP recovery, the ability to reduce damage taken, and having, type advantage at the last battle against the the Broly and Paragas unit. For me, that was kind of like the reasons as to why I wanted to include her, and I think it was a good idea personally. So it looks like we did knock out Broly finally, and then Paragas is putting up his last fight. Dokkan mode is about to activate, so unless he supers, like around here is when things get a little bit tricky. Like, he can super for about 180,000 total, but we've got the Gotenks unit. Hopefully, he can, he'll seal the SA, and Paragas wasn't able to super yet. But fortunately, the Friends 100% version of Gohan does have Dokkan mode, so maximizing the damage here. Yeah, and pretty much a done deal at this point. Didn't want to call the victory just yet, because you never know how unlucky you can get sometimes. So, kind of just having my guard up a little bit, but knowing that it's pretty much good. And right here is just like really formalities of, let's just go ahead and finish this strong. So, get the Honey Pan unit up front. Get the Ultra with the LR Trunks, and then if needed, LR Future Trunks is ready to attack as well. So that was pretty much the Hybrid Saiyans run on my team setup. So like I said, definitely difficult, but not too bad. Like I said, a lot of units don't have do pass unlocked. I think LR Future Trunks, Honey Pan, and the Super Saiyan Gotenks did, but everybody else is pretty much standard. So that was pretty much my run. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.